Hey YouTube, this is the Charizard Authority. Today I'm going to hopefully be able to successfully explain how to submit collectibles to PSA. More specifically, I guess, Pokemon. Let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to be here at psacard.com, so if you want to follow along, you can click all the stuff that I'm clicking. We're on the home page. Now I'm going to first show you where you can sign up at. Sorry if it's a little lopsided, I'm kind of coming in at an angle. You're going to see this link right here for Collectors Club under Submit Your Collectibles. You hit that. It's going to bring you up to another page. You just scroll down. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's large, gold, and platinum. If you plan on submitting, some higher end stuff, you might want to go with platinum because it does give you 15 vouchers, and those vouchers are pretty good for items that are valued over $100, or I think it's right at 250 bucks, and the turnaround time is like 7 days. They're both worth it 100%, especially if you plan on submitting a lot of stuff. If you only want to submit like 2 or 3 cards in an entire year, then I guess you wouldn't want to go with either of those, but anything more than that, you're going to get your money's worth out of it. At the bottom you can see just a little join button. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now when you if you join and they send you out this packet, it might be really confusing. I know it was when I first started out, so I'm actually going to show you a submission that I will be sending in. So everything that I'm filling out is exactly how I would do it, or as I do it. So one link you want to familiarize yourself with is, let's see where we're at, PSA Specials. It's psacard.com/specials. Really simple. Every month they hold these really good deals. A lot better than their regular deals anyways. You can see some of these. The one that I'm going to be doing today is this $5.75 per card, 25 card minimum. So it says click here. Just follow the link. And then it takes you right to the specials page. It actually lists all the specials and the directions, but we're on this one. So 1956 to present, check. 25 card minimum, I'm submitting 38, so check. Valued under $100, that right there we got to watch out for, because if you try to submit something like a first edition base set Charizard, then you're going to have to mark down the value, which the downside of that is if it gets lost or damaged, you're only going to get up to the value that you claimed. But I say spend a little extra in shipping and secure it as always, and I've never had a problem with here or with PSA when they've damaged stuff, or if they haven't actually damaged anything. They can, so you may not want to go with the service, but I am. Next, regular size. That's all Pokemon cards that we have pretty much, except for the jumbos and oversized and obvious larger cards. And then let's see, turnaround day is approximately 45 business days. Make sure you realize that is business days. There's right around 20 business days in a month. So we are looking at well over 2 months before these collectibles come back in. So it says here's what you need to do. Fill out the submission form, mark other as the type of service, and write in September CC number 1. Easy enough. Click here to print out a form. Look, it even gives you a link. The last part is write 45 day on the outside of your package. You can do that, but honestly I don't recommend it, because when you do that, they take, like, once it arrives there at PSA, they'll see that 45 day thing and they probably won't even process it for 2 weeks. I've had that happen several times. If you write 5 day on the outside, they'll start processing it immediately, but you don't want to lie. So I just advise, if you're going about this way, don't even write 45 day on the outside. My packages get processed a lot faster when I don't write that. But step 2 says click here. Alright, so now it takes us to this neat little form. Now if you're submitting everything under the same service level, right here is just one order. And that's what I fill out. I'm actually going to take you over to where I've filled out this already. I left some blanks in there, but like I put 1 right here, and I'm submitting 38 cards. Not 38 unique cards, 38 cards. So if you're submitting 10 Ancient Mews and 10 Charizards, you would write 20 right there. not 2. Put your name here. You'll have a customer number ID. You do fill out this return address shipping, all 3 of those. Your phone number, your email. You want to give them your phone number and email because they will call you if there's like some kind of mix up on the sheet, and they'll get it taken care of right away. Over here, don't fill out anything right there. They'll do all that for you. Let me zoom out some. The next part that's fairly important is all these blanks. There should be 15 to a sheet. So sometimes you will require more than 1 sheet, as I do in this case as well. But I'm going to show you how I do it. The quantity, you want to fill that out every time. The sport, I put Pokemon in there. And the reason you do not see it filled out more than once is because when I actually print this out, I just take an arrow and I draw it all the way down to the bottom because they're all Pokemon. So there'll just be a big giant arrow. In fact, I'll show you the one that I did. Well, if I zoom out, like with Nintendo and Pokemon, I just draw a big arrow down to it because it's all the same thing. There's no point in writing it 20 times or 15 times. And you can't actually copy and paste in this system. The year, you use the latest year. The card number, I just use the first one. It's pretty simple. They know what they're doing, guys. You don't have to be really descriptive with these things. Like I write the name, first edition, and the main reason you want to do that is so that they know that you're online with what they have, and so that they didn't get the wrong card. And then over here at the declared value, just put in a declared value for your cards. At the bottom, I total it up. There's 205. And that's just where you add up all of that. And if you have a quantity, make sure you include the quantity. So if you had like 2 of the Lieutenant Surgeons write you at $10 each, it's going to be a 20 there, not a 10. So now you filled out the top part. Now you want to get to the next part. It says card grading, the type of service. Click grade if you want the cards that have a physical grade on it. You can do reviews or crossovers if you want to do something like that, but I don't do that, and I'm not doing that in this video. So let's scroll down. Type of service. Does anybody remember? It was other. The sheet said mark it as other, September CC number 1. Now just take a look at these other prices, guys. 100 cards would cost you $7 each. Like I have 38 in here, so I would qualify for the 10 card minimum, which would be $10 each, and that's a lot more than those specials offer. And if you just do like the regular services, let's see where we're at. Maybe there's one over here. Yeah, there's just the regular 17 bucks. I mean, that's just a ton. You don't want to pay those prices. That's why you want to check out those specials, because they will discount you a lot of money. Okay, step 3, grading fee. There's 38 cards, and because of the special, it has been knocked down to $5.75. So you take 38 and you multiply that by $5.75, and you're going to get $218.50. Now the step 4, the shipping fee, I did not fill in yet because I wanted to make sure that was well explained. Now, when you do the shipping fee, here I will actually have the printout. Zoom out. You're going to have this table. The total price on all of my collectibles, all of them added up, was $990. It came out perfectly to where it was still within the $1 to $1,000 range. Okay. So we're in this column. We don't even have to worry about what's down here because it doesn't add up past that. Now we just need to see where we're at here. And we have 38 collectibles, so we're in this 26 plus. It says add 25 cents per item, so that's $23 plus 25 cents for each item over 25. I wrote down the math, so that's $23 plus 13 because there's 13 additional items over 25. And you multiply that 25 cents, which is $4.25 plus 23, and you get $27.50. That's how much you have to, or like I have to pay for shipping, which is the shipping fee back from PSA. So let me remove that. So So I would just come in here and I would type 27.25. International postage, I'm in the US, so I don't have to fill that out. You might have to if you're from Canada or United Kingdom or Australia or anywhere else. Alternate return shipping, I don't do any of that. They do just fine shipping it to me. Discount voucher, do not have one in this case. The total charges will just be that $218.50 plus $27.25, which should be $245.75. Alright, so now the last part, you just fill out how you're going to pay. Make sure you fill out all of this information and you sign it at the bottom. Once you've done that, you can print out all your pages. I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to show you mine. Zoom all the way out. So like here's my page 1. Yeah, you can't see my phone number on there. Please don't be spoof calling me. But I fill out all the information all the way down below. I'm not going to show the very bottom because I actually put my personal information on this one. But like here's page 2. I mark it page 2 because I want them to know that this is the second page. I still fill out some of this top information. You might not have to. And then there's the other cards. And then there's the total for this page, $475. The first one was $205. This one's $475. And then I don't actually fill out any of this bottom information anymore. I only do that on the first sheet. And then here's page 3 because 38 collectibles couldn't fit on the first 2. And then I fill it out. And the last total was 310. So 310 plus 475 plus the 205 is the 990. So there's the 3 sheets that I have. I know the shipping charge. All the cards are in here. Now what's left to do is pretty much to package everything up. Now, PSA will tell you to use card savers. I don't use card savers. I personally don't like them because I can't put them inside of a penny sleeve. They stick too much to the case, and then without the penny sleeve I feel like I'm scratching it because it's hard plastic. This is how I do it. The first page had 15 cards, and I just write on the outside of the case the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through until we get to 15. I leave them in regular penny sleeves. I take a top loader on each side, like so, and I put it inside of a larger team bag that says page 1 on it. Close it up. And there we go, you have it. There's page 1 right there, 1 through 15. I do the same thing for page 2. I start over with 1 because if you notice, like, here's page 2. If you look at it, the first card is Sabrina's Alakazam, first edition. And it's on number 1. So I just go through and I do that. I'm going to show you I'm going to go through these so you guys can see them. Those are the gold W stamp. These are the E3s. Just a dark Charizard Japanese. A base set Charizard, first edition Shining Gyarados, reverse holo Charizard, it's Pikachu Poketour, pre-release Clefable, a non-holo Dark Dragonite. This is a red-cheeked Pikachu E3. Do the same thing, top loader on each side. Take a team bag that says page 2 on it, and close it tight. I do this every time and they're fine with it. They never damage it. I know they say that they will or whatever, but they don't. They can take cards out of a penny sleeve, I promise you. And then finally for the page 3, I've got a first edition Machamp, an inverted Electabuzz, an inverted Mewtwo, an inverted Dragonite, and then 2 dark Charizards. And I marked them like 1 and 2 because there was 2 dark Charizards in the order. So there's 5, 1 of 2, 5, 2 of 2. I didn't point that out with the Pikachus. You see this one's marked page 3. So the cards are packaged, the forms are filled out. We have all the shipping stuff taken care of, so we know how much we're going to be paying when we come back. The amount that you put on there, the total charges, that will come through, in a few months. Now this is what I ship it in. Just a flat rate box. You get them free. I actually take one 12 by 12 piece of bubble wrap. See if I can zoom out. I guess I can't. I'm going to back this up. I take the 3 pages and I tri-fold them like so. And they'll be going just straight in there. And you can squish them up. And then I take the cards. I stick them in there like this. You see it? I promise you they will be super protected like that. You'll have it with their order. It just goes straight down into the box. And then they've got bubble wrap on each side. So those cards are protected by the box, the bubble wrap, the team bag, the top loader, and then the penny sleeve. Plenty enough protection. And then there you go, that's it. It tells you the address to ship to and the ship area. Shipping area, let's see where it's at. PSA, second line, P.O. Box 6180, third line, Newport Beach, California 92658. You just stick that on there like you would anything else, and you put your return address on here, and then you're done. You just drop it off at the mailbox, and then in 2 or 3 months, you'll have PSA graded cards coming back your way. Hopefully you'll be in the money. Well guys, I really hope that I didn't skip over anything. I know I probably went fairly fast. But if you have any questions about anything that I've said, or you think I've said something wrong, please just contact me. And I can probably edit the video a little bit, put a note in there or something, or answer your questions straight out. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all of it. Alright guys, thanks for watching.